Right now, Virgin Galactic's first space flight with paying passengers is underway.
Virgin Galactic has launched its first commercial flight to the edge of space.
Now, this marks another milestone in space tourism.
Virgin Galactic was successful in sending citizens to space. There has been an immense allure to sending lay individuals to space for many years, basically since the beginning of the lunar missions. Virgin Galactic isn't the first to send citizens because they have been going to space for many years. In fact, Neil Armstrong was technically just a citizen because he was actually recruited from the military, but that's a different story altogether. The most notable citizen to be sent to space ended in traumatizing failure with the infamous Challenger explosion in 1986. That was supposed to be an incredible feat for NASA, but due to engineering failure, that didn't end the way anybody anticipated. In September 2021, SpaceX made history by having a spaceflight that was entirely made up of citizens. It was quite an accomplishment. SpaceX has a plan to normalize people entering space in order to eventually colonize Mars. On May 21, 2023, they even sent up civilians to the space station. Virgin Galactic wanted to be part of civilian space exploration and launched its first successful civilian mission. Among seasoned astronauts CJ Sturcow and Kelly Latimer, they also sent up former Olympian John Goodwin, who paid $250,000, and mother-daughter duo Keisha Shahoff and Anastasia Mayers, who won seats through a charity fundraising drawing by nonprofit Space for Humanity. Virgin Galactic is a spaceflight company that was created and founded in 2004 by Richard Branson. Its headquarters is in California, but it operates in New Mexico. The goal of Virgin Galactic was to become a commercial suborbital tourist company that allows citizens to enter into space without previous knowledge of astronautics. Their plan was to air launch from beneath a carrier airplane and then be released to finish its journey. Virgin Galactic has achieved its goal of providing an opportunity for citizens to see space. On Thursday, August 10, 2023, Virgin Galactic launched its spacecraft and it headed towards the exterior of our planet. Part of the spacecraft was released, and the rest kept on blasting into space at approximately 1,000 miles per hour. The flight took the passengers past an altitude of 80 kilometers, or about 262,000 feet, which is what the US recognizes as the boundary of space. This is suborbital, so they are in space without being part of the Earth's orbit. As the spacecraft entered into space, their world looked a lot different. They were finally able to experience weightlessness as they looked at outer space around them and looked at the planet below them. The passengers were allowed to get out of their seats and roam the cabin to get better looks through the windows at the scenery. It was just quiet inside the cabin as they soaked in the once-in-a-lifetime views. The breathtaking sight made them all speechless. I can't imagine what they were feeling as they peered down at the world that they had always known and looked around at the vast cosmos that we know very little about. The entire spaceflight lasted about 90 minutes from the moment that they left the ground to when they entered back into the Earth's atmosphere. Keisha Shahoff said in a post-interview about her space travels, "As a 2-year-old child, I would look up at the skies, wishing to be there. I wanted to work in the space industry, but I didn't get good grades in science class. My career went in another direction, but I always felt like something was missing. When she won the tickets to join the spacecraft on their voyage, she knew she wanted to take her daughter. Her daughter, Anastasia Mayers, became the youngest person to go into space at 18 years old. The mother-daughter duo is also the first Caribbean passengers to enter space." Shahoff goes on to say, "Looking back at our planet, the weight of insecurity, self-doubt, and other worries came off. It felt like there was a place for me in our world. It left me with feelings of peace, love, and purpose." Virgin Galactic currently holds a list of approximately 800 passengers awaiting their turns. A significant portion of these tickets were purchased over 10 years ago at costs ranging from $200,000 to $250,000. However, the company resumed selling tickets 2 years ago, this time starting the pricing at $450,000 per seat. John Goodwin, one of the passengers on the spaceflight, bought his ticket back in 2005. The company thought that they were going to lose business in light of the recent news about the submersible that imploded in June 2023. But Virgin Galactic is very grateful that its passengers trust their engineering and know that all of the proper safety standards have been met. People are still eager to participate in extreme tourism, such as trips to space. We all should plan on seeing many more tourists traveling to the great beyond. Don't forget to like the video and leave a comment. Would you ever take a trip into space with a company like Virgin Galactic? How much would you pay? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on our next trip into space.